Hello, hello. Okay, in this video today, I want to tell you everything that you need to know about EFT tapping so you can get started and start feeling the incredible benefits of tapping right away. And my goal for this video is for you to, yes, feel empowered to begin using this energy psychology tool, but also for you to have an experience. So we are going to do a tapping session on decreasing anxiety, bringing calm and peace into the body in its place. So stick with me through this introduction to who I am and what tapping is, and then we'll do some tapping. Okay, so if you are new to me, if we haven't met each other before, hi, it's so great to connect with you. Perhaps you're watching this video on my YouTube channel, or you've subscribed to my newsletter recently and you're receiving this in an email, or maybe I just sent it to you because you asked for it. So either way, my name is Laura Parkinson, and I am happy to get to know you. I'm a highly advanced EFT tapping practitioner and trainer. I am a trauma recovery and clarity coach, and I come from a background of my own history of chronic anxiety and depression throughout my life that then led me to a fulfilling but painful and career in social work. I worked in the field of child welfare, and I did that work for almost a decade, and then was able to segue out of that into what I do now as a tapping practitioner and trauma and recovery clarity coach with highly sensitive human beings who often hold or believe they need to hold the weight of the world on their shoulders and feel everybody's emotions to try to save them from the big scary things that often we experience or feel in this world. And I am very passionate about teaching and guiding other human beings who have also experienced life in this way in liberating themselves from holding all of that for everyone else so that they can experience joy, experience happiness, experience peace and abundance and freedom, all these things that we really truly came here to experience, and that is our birthright. So that's a little bit about me, what I do. Let's talk about EFT. So EFT stands for Emotional Freedom Techniques. And it's this beautiful blend of Chinese acupuncture principles with Western talk psychology. So what happens is oftentimes with talk therapy, we can end up anchoring the experiences or the stories more deeply in, because you might have heard before, emotions buried alive never die. So if we don't actually give ourselves an opportunity to move the emotion, right, energy and motion through the body, it just gets stuck in there. This is often the cause of pain in the body, disease in the body. And so we want to feel it to free it. So what happens when we tap, you might already have experience of acupressure or acupuncture, but what's happening is it's creating a flow opportunity for the energy to flow or to leave, right? To move in some way and transform in some way. So when we are tapping, and I'm just going to show you the points as we go here, as I talk, as we're tapping on these acupressure points while we're speaking out loud, we are literally giving this energy of feeling in the body an opportunity to transform, an opportunity to leave, to shift, to transform into something else. And what this does is active tapping. It acts as a dimmer switch on the nervous system. So we live in an incredibly fast-paced world. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Chronic low level to chronic high level stress is very, very normal. And in fact, it is often something that many people take pride in, being able to juggle all these balls at once, multitask, and, get up early in the morning, stay up late at night. Sometimes we can wear a badge of honor. And especially if you're somebody who maybe identifies yourself as someone who feels things very deeply, we tend to really want to wear that badge of honor. So I became a social worker because I wanted to wear that badge of honor. I wanted society and my culture and my friends and my family to know that I was a good person and I was giving back and I was helping in this way. And I actually thought that meant that I needed to also like take on all of that pain and all of that trauma. So you might relate to that on some level. Maybe it is in the career path that you chose, or the friendships that you have, or even just the way you know that you feel the world, and you see something on the news or on your news feed and you just take it on. You take it on, you feel it all. And so tapping really helps us to turn that dimmer switch on the nervous system down. And so what that means is it actually has been proven to decrease your blood pressure, slow down your heart rate, decrease that excretion of cortisol and stress hormones in the body. And it brings the body back into balance or into a state of homeostasis. So these are some of the benefits to tapping and why we want to do them. Because when the body is in this state of stress, we have pulled away this vital life force energy from the other systems in the body, right? So from our digestive system, maybe you struggle with gut issues, from our brain, our ability to focus, our ability to have clarity, our memory, even our immune system, right? So we have these systems in the body that are really important, and we want them to have the energy that they need to do what they need to do. And so a lot of the highly sensitive, deep feeling people that I work with tend to get sick a lot because their immune systems are compromised because they're in this fight or flight state all the time. When we're in that fight, flight, freeze, fawn, we're not going to talk about those, but those are all of the states that the nervous system can go into. We are essentially pulling that energy into that process instead of it being in these places that we want it to be in the body. So it really benefits us to spend time calming the nervous system. Of course, EFT tapping is not the only way to do that, but it is a very efficient and fast way to do it. And it's literally at your fingertips. You don't need to you don't need to go and book a hot cold spa experience. You don't need to go and do a float tank. You don't need to, right? Like you don't need to do those things. I mean, you do those things too, but this is at your fingertips. And I'm going to show you that shortly. There's no side effects from tapping. Your body will only bring up what it's safe to bring up. Very common in tapping is for this energy to want to move some way. So yawning, burping, you might even feel like some shifting, even like some popping in your body, passing gas, like any way that the body tears, any way the body, it can efficiently move this energy, it will do it. So when I first started tapping, when I discovered tapping over 6 years ago now, I would just burst into spontaneous tears, feeling totally fine, and then burst into spontaneous tears. And once I learned that that was just a really efficient way for my body to move that energy, I would just let it flow because I knew that you can't cry forever, right? So I knew that there would eventually come a time when that wouldn't happen anymore. And of course, and it doesn't, and it didn't, unless of course I'm focused on something that's making me feel sad in particular. So please, I just tell you this because I want you to know that these things are very common. And I would say yawning, burping, and crying are the 3 most common things that people experience while they're tapping. That means that is not the time for you to stop tapping. That means keep with it, stick with it. You are doing so much beautiful benefit for your body. And so we want to stick with that and let the tapping do its thing and let it move. So things that can interfere with tapping. So dehydration. So I always recommend having water with you when you're tapping. Alcohol, drugs, these things are going to interfere with your tapping. So it is best to stay away from those things. Make sure you're hydrated. Make sure you have a little something in your tummy. These things are going to help you have a better experience with tapping, and it's just going to make it that much more efficient. So with tapping, we really want to focus on the feeling. And so this is what I like to teach my clients and my students is even if you can't pinpoint why you're feeling the way you're feeling, what is the trigger? What is the thing that's like really, bothering you or upsetting you or whatever it is? Focus on the feeling. Do you have a pain? Do you have a pain in your jaw? Do you have a tightness in your chest? Do you have a lump in your stomach? Do you have burning in your shoulder blades? If you can pinpoint even if it's like my whole body feels buzzy or anxious, pinpoint the feeling, focus on the feeling, that you don't even have to say any words. This is what's so powerful about tapping. In my private practice with my clients, we can actually tap on really significant trauma that occurred for them without even telling the story of it. They don't even need to tell me the story of it. We don't need to rehash all those things. We just want to move it through the body. The wisdom will come. We're not ignoring the wisdom. We're not ignoring the integration of, and we're not bypassing that experience happened, but it doesn't need to be anchored in your body anymore. The trauma doesn't need to live there anymore. So focus on the feeling. This is what we do in tapping. And so let's get into our tapping sequence. I'm going to guide you through this. I'm going to set it all up. And I just want to tell you one more thing. So you'll notice when we're tapping that we always start on the quote unquote negative. We start on the thing that our society says, like, don't say those things out loud. The reason we do that is because they are in there anyway. There is a resonance of how you're feeling. If it's stress, if it's anxiety, anger, sadness, grief, loss, whatever it is in there, whether you want to voice it out loud or not. And you are admitting a frequency of it anyway. So where we always begin with tapping is we voice it out loud, we acknowledge it out loud, and whether we believe this or not, we say that we are willing to accept ourselves anyway. So even though I am feeling all of this anger, I honor that I'm voicing it out loud and I'm willing to accept myself anyway. And then we move into being curious about shifting this now. And then that's when we give ourselves permission to let it go and to feel something else. And so this is what really sets tapping apart. And depending on who your tapping practitioner is, I mean, this is a big aspect for me, is once we clear something out, we have to put something in its place. It's a universal law, the law of vacuum. And if we don't put something in its place, something that we don't want, or like what we just cleared, will just come back. And so we are going to move from feeling stress and anxiety, and we're going to move to feeling peaceful and calm. We're going to bring peace and calm into the body. We're going to set anxiety and stress aside, and we're going to bring peace and calm. So tapping is definitely better experienced than explained. So let's have an experience of this together now. If you are able to, if it's safe for you to do this, I do invite you to close your eyes. And of course, if you're new to tapping, you're going to need to look at me so you can see the tapping points. But once you've got it, I'm going to prompt you through. Once you've got them, I do invite you to close your eyes to like be with the body, be with the feeling, okay? Oh, also, I will add that in tapping, there's something called borrowing benefit. So even if I'm not speaking directly to what is going on for you, you will borrow benefit. You will have, you will experience a positive outcome from this regardless. Okay. All right. So when you're ready, we always start by tapping on the side of the hand. This is called the setup point. And this point is telling your body, it's sending a message to your body and to your brain right now that we are going to be here now. We are going to shift something. We are going to show up for ourselves in a really beautiful way. This is what this point is setting up. So all we're doing is we're tapping on this fleshy side of the hand with the tips of the other fingers, and however hard or soft feels right for you. There's no rules here. And I do invite you to close your eyes right now, and let's just take a nice big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. And we'll do that again. Big deep breath in through the nose and out through the mouth. Good job. You're doing great. Do that one more time. Just relaxing the shoulders back and down, relaxing the body, letting yourself be fully present here now. Beautiful. All right. So I invite you to repeat after me. I want you to use your voice out loud if you're able to. If you're not, speak these words in your mind. Okay. Even though I'm feeling stressed out and anxious, I want to be willing to accept myself anyway. Good job. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety and this stress, and I feel it in my shoulders and neck, and I feel it in my chest. Right here, right now, I'm safe. And I want to be willing to accept myself anyway. Even though I'm feeling this stress and anxiety in my body, this tightness in my chest and this burning in my shoulders. I honor myself for voicing this out loud. And I'm willing to get curious about shifting this today. Good job. Now we go to the top of the head. So we're just tapping anywhere around at the top of the head. This stress and anxiety. Good job. Eyebrow point. So this is right where the eyebrows meet, right above them. This stress and anxiety in my body. Side of the eye. Remember to breathe, tapping on the bone at the side of the eye, not on the temples. I feel this stress and anxiety in my shoulder and my chest, and my shoulders and chest. Underneath the eyes, all this tightness in my body. Underneath the nose, all of this stress and anxiety in my shoulders and chest. Underneath the mouth, I wonder if I could get curious. Collarbone point. So find your collarbones, those two little nubbies, and we go down an inch and out an inch, and you're tapping with the tips of your fingers, so you're going to hit the point. I wonder if I could let some of this go underneath the arms. So for women, this tends to be on the bra line. It's about 4 inches down from the armpits. I wonder if this stress and anxiety doesn't need to be here. Underneath the chest. So again, following along that bra line and just on the rib cage here. All of this stress and anxiety in my body. Wrist point. I'm willing to get curious about letting it go. Okay, good job. So let's stop tapping there. Take a nice, big, deep breath. Okay, so now I want you to do something that I didn't have you do before, and I want you to check in. On a scale of 0 to 10, how high would you say your level of anxiety or stress is? 10 being obviously really high, 1 being just like barely even there. So give yourself a number. Okay, good job. You can write it down or you can just keep it in your mind. And now I want you to tune into your body. Where are you feeling that stress and anxiety? You can close your eyes, feel in, and just notice where you're feeling it. Good job. You could also write that down if you wanted to. You could say something like, it's a level 6 and it's in my shoulder blades, or it's a level 6 and it's in my gut. It's a level 6, it's in my jaw, or whatever it is. This is what we want to do with tapping. We want to be noticing, is my number going up? Again, that means it's not time to stop tapping. Or is my number coming down? Okay, my body is like ready to start letting this go. Right, so let's do another round of tapping. Here we go. So tapping on the side of the hand, big deep breath. And repeat after me. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety and stress in my body, I love and accept myself anyway. Even though I'm feeling this anxiety and stress in my body, and I feel it in I want you to say where you feel it. I accept my body and how it feels anyway. Even though I feel this anxiety and stress in my body, I give myself permission to start letting it go now. And I choose to love and accept myself in the process. Great job. Top of the head. This stress and anxiety in my body. Eyebrow point, and what it means to me. Side of the eye. I honor myself for voicing this out loud today. Underneath the eyes. And I forgive myself for the meaning that I've been making. Underneath the nose of this stress and anxiety in my life. Underneath the mouth. I give myself permission to start letting it go. Collarbone point, releasing this anxiety and stress from my body part. Say your body part. Underneath the arms, letting it go with love. Underneath the chest, forgiving myself for holding on. Wrist point, letting this stress and anxiety go now. Okay, so let's stop there. Take a nice big deep breath. Okay, great job. So let's check back in. So on a scale of 0 to 10, how high is that level of stress and anxiety now? And how much are you feeling it in that part of your body? All right, so here we go. One last round of tapping. Don't stop now. You're doing great. Okay, tapping on the side of the hand. Big deep breath. Oh, okay, good job. Even though I had this stress and anxiety in my body, I've given myself permission to let it go, which means I get to choose what comes in its place. And I love and accept myself in this process, especially because I deserve to feel peace and calm in my body. And this stress and anxiety isn't serving me. I give myself permission to choose a new way to feel now. And I love and accept myself in this process. Good job. Top of the head. I am stepping onto a new path. Eyebrow point, and my body is coming along for the journey. Side of the eye. I am stepping onto the path of peace and calm. Underneath the eyes. Even more resources are coming back online for me. Underneath the nose, bringing in the energy of possibility. Underneath the mouth, being led on this path of peace and calm. Collarbone point, inviting peace and calm into this part of my body. Name that part of your body. Underneath the arms, flooding my body with peace and calm now. Underneath the chest, taking step after step on this path. Wrist point of all this peace and calm now. Tapping again on the side of the hand. And we say, thank you, thank you, thank you. And so it is. Okay, take a nice big deep breath. Beautiful. So I invite you now to take a moment, notice again what's happening in your body. How's that stress and anxiety feeling? Where is that feeling? And give yourself a rating on that peace and calm. How peaceful and calm do you feel in your body now on a scale of 0 to 10? Good job. So if you feel like you need more letting go or if you want to do the round of peace and calm again, this is what's so cool about tapping is you can go back and repeat any of those and keep checking in to see how your body is responding, how your energy and your emotions are shifting. Okay, beautiful. Well done. Thank you so much for tapping with me today. Thank you for being here. If you haven't already, I invite you to head to selfloverebel.com, download my awesome free EFT tapping ebook. There's even more information there. And if you also aren't already, come and join me in the Self-Love Rebel Women group on Facebook. It's a private group. It's very intimate, and we do more kind of like open talking and sharing about energy medicine, about trauma, about how to shift, what's kind of hitching us up, where we need help, that sort of thing. And then also self.love.rebel on Instagram. You can find me there for lots of tips, shorter tapping reels, and informative posts and reels, and ways to connect with me there too. Okay, thank you so much for being here. Oh, and I should add too, if you would like to discuss how we could potentially work together, how I could support you, I do have a private tapping practice, as well as I offer courses beyond my group and, my social media and all that stuff. And you can also find that information at selfloverebel.com. And I would love for you to book a discovery call with me. We could hop on a 20-minute call and see what's going on for you and how I might be able to help. Okay, have an incredible rest of your day. Thanks for being here, and I hopefully will see you very soon.